Wasn't there a guy that like you guys?
Me and Joey are writing a cookbook for anarchists. What'd you say, Devin? What'd you say?
What? Remember that guy that was like you guys found out he was like a pedophile? You guys were doing some sort of work with him.
Oh my god!
And then Joey like almost got you guys.
This.
Joey drunkenly almost got you guys killed because he like called him and threatened him. He was like, "Come by." He's like, "I'm here all the time, Buster."
I don't know, dude. Like maybe 4 years ago, I was producing 7 podcasts at once, and I got a lot of them by posting ads on Craigslist that I'd produced your podcast in Los Angeles. And one of these guys, I'm not gonna. I was gonna say his name.
Don't say his name.
Can't say his name. Basically, how do I even set this up? Holy shit! Turns out the guy was a crooked cop from New Jersey.
Who got kicked off the force, right?
Yeah. Got his. What do you get? Your license taken away? Your badge?
I don't know.
He got suspended from the force.
You're not allowed to say the N-word anymore.
Yeah, it was like
like put your badge and your slurs on my desk.
it was Bad Lieutenant.
Yeah.
Bad Lieutenant wanted to do a podcast. He's like, well, if the force won't let me, I guess I'll podcast.
Yeah, the pod of New Orleans, folks, ladies and gentlemen.
But he looked like. He looked like who's that guy? Who was that bodybuilder that died?
Rich Piana.
Rich Piana. He looked like a Rich Piana.
He was
type
huge,
guy. Dude. He was huge.
Fucking jacked Italian dude.
Huge.
Like what? Like 6'3", 6'4", something like that.
Dude, he was so big.
Yeah,
he was so big, and he got suspended from the force in New Jersey. And while he was suspended, like they were going to let him back, but while he was suspended, he was pulling people over in his own vehicle, saying he was an undercover cop, even though at the time he was suspended, and he was taking people's cash and searching their car for drugs and taking whatever they had, just doing crazy shit.
Yeah, cop stuff.
Yeah,
cop
the things
stuff.
that most cops do.
Cops. He's a cop.
Yeah, he was going home and beating his wife, statistically. Cop stuff.
He was a cop.
So fast forward, he's not allowed to be a police officer anymore. It's a story in the papers. He changes his name and moves to L.A. and starts some sort of business here. I'm not even going to describe what it is so no one can find it. I think he still has it. But anyway, he lived in the hills, and he was one of these guys that I mean, I'm not fishing on Craigslist, and I get a bite. At the time, I need money. And I reel in on the boat a 6'5" pedophile bodybuilder. Now, at the time, I did not know he was a pedophile. I really didn't even know he was a bodybuilder.
You didn't know about the cop stuff until later.
Didn't know about the cop stuff till later. And on top of this, he had a name of someone who is a writer, not a well-known writer in L.A., who has written a movie. And it was a doubling thing. So when you Google his name,
it came up with that guy. So you're like, he's co-signed. Like, he's.
And I go, oh, maybe he's a screenwriter too, or something. I don't know. LA's a crazy business where people start out as Marines and they end up writing movies because they end up writing Zero Dark 30 or whatever that.
Right. His name was Robert Zemeckis.
We're of course talking about Jeff Zuckerberg.
Kept talking about Quibi, how it's going to change the game. Oh, that's Jeffrey Katzenberg.
It's Katzenberg.
Oh, fuck. It's Mark Zuckerberg. I got them all wrong.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Fuck me.
It is always funny. I do this where I'm like, I'm not going to, and then the first comment's like, it's totally this guy right here. I have to pretend I just don't see the comment. They found that one guy immediately, the Fruit Loop hot dogs guy. But anyway.
They find them all.
They find them all.
They're going to find this guy. We're all going to be killed by him.
God, I hope they don't find him. God in heaven. This is definitely a Patreon now because I do not want people to find this
we
guy.
can't talk about this.
Oh, this was a Patreon 45
Oh, no.
minutes
This,
ago.
This was guy, long ago on Patreon.
Yeah, we have to create a new tier on Patreon for this episode.
This guy threatened to kill me, burn my house down.
And then Joey taunted him.
Yes.
After Joey knew all that, he got drunk. I remember I remember screaming at Joey. I was like, "That you're gonna put them in." I was like worried for Katie. I was like, "Dude, you fucking." Joey was like, "Come over." He's like, "I'll fuck you up, buddy."
Basically, I set up a whole podcast studio for him, and he paid me. And when I was over there with him, he was like, "Man, we're gonna make fucking comedy sketches and shit. I'm gonna get you like bitches. I'm gonna get bitches over here, and we're gonna have like big ass booty bitches, like here." And he goes, "Check this out." And he took me into another room that was completely empty, except there was one of the boring company flamethrowers in it, and he took a flamethrower off the wall.
Oh no!
He's like, I get one of them shits right here, and then big ass booty bitches just like shaking their big fat ass. I just have the flamethrower.
God.
We just do crazy ass shit for the gram.
It's like Alfred Molina and Boogie Nights. There's like a Thai like gay boy walking around throwing firecrackers off.
Dude, I was terrified. I was terrified at this point. I got the fuck out of there. He was scaring the hell out of me. He was cornering me in rooms, showing me and stuff. I did some more digging when I got home, and apparently he was selling Trenbolone and shit, which is a Chinese steroid to kids on Instagram in exchange for nudes, because kids, when they're especially 13, 14-year-olds, will hit up bodybuilders on Instagram and say, I want to get really jacked like you. And you can prey on kids like that, especially at that age, by saying, send me some pics of yourself or whatever in exchange.
To see where you're starting at.
And I'll send you exactly. I'll send, and then and he's getting the pictures. He's been exposed by tons of people on the internet apparently. And so he's a pedophile. And also a lot of people said he sold me tons of bunk steroids. That's how bodybuilders make money. Is they can sell cheap shit to people from China that ends up fucking up their heart and their blood vessels and all sorts of stuff. And he's a crooked cop on top of that. I think he has a shitty business where he takes advantage of people out here too. And anyway, it's like I couldn't believe.
Yeah, he's an American.
It was amazing. He was every kind. He was every criminal. If you're writing this character in a movie, you would give feedback on the script by going, dude, pick one. Pick one thing. He can't. Yeah. He can't be a crooked cop who's also a pedophile. Who's also a bodybuilder.
He's like,
who's also a serial killer.
He's like if you combined every Italian American into one person.
Yeah, he was like the Megatron of Italian.
Yeah. He was a jack of all crimes, master of none.
Man, he was jacked though, and I texted him that I couldn't, once I figured all this out, that I couldn't produce his podcast anymore.
But you didn't bring that stuff up. You were just like, oh, scheduling conflict, like I got a new job.
I told him I got a huge job opportunity to produce a podcast for a weed company. That's what I told him. I thought that was a good lie.
Right.
Immediately, he starts calling me like crazy and starts texting me like, you fucking ripped me off. I bought all this shit and now I'm stuck with it. Like the cameras and the mics, all that stuff. I'm going to come over to where you live. Me and my boys, we're going to take all your shit from your studio. We're going to fuck you up.
Yeah.
Using innuendo, like saying stuff like...
It's like murderous innuendos. And
shit. You would say like, you have a lot of equipment at your house, and I know you're married. It'd be a shame if anything happened to...
I thought you guys were going to get robbed.
I blocked him. I deleted my website, too. I had a website for my podcast business, too, and I think it might have had my address on it at the time.
No.
So I immediately deleted my website. I blocked...
What's funny is if you just told him, like, hey, like, I can't do your podcast. I'm doing a big, like, child porn podcast right now. He would have been like, oh, like, I hope it works out, brother.
Dog, I mean, I get it. You got to do what you love. Do what you love,
actually just got an amazing opportunity to sell steroids to kids in exchange for pictures of their pee-pee and wee-wee. He'd be like, no, I get that.
He's like, dog, same.
He's like, you need a manager?
No, he was like a legitimate like pain and gain character. This guy, I remember, he was insane. I was worried. I was legitimately worried for you guys for a little bit, and then it just kind of faded
you guys,
away.
You guys would also be on the phone with him, and he'd be like, "Maybe I come over there. I hurt some people that you care about," and I would just be like, "Hang up the phone." You guys would be like, "No, we're gonna talk some sense
into this pedophile bodybuilder crooked cop."
Yeah, and you guys would go, "Mr. Pedophile bodybuilder crooked cop." That's a rude thing to say.
Pedophile bodybuilder crooked cop.
Dude, he was built like...
That should
do you remember
be...
NFL Blitz in like 1997?
Yeah,
you remember the way those guys were built?
Yeah.
He looked like that.
He was the LeBron of pieces of shit. He was...
Right. He really should be on the American flag. Is that guy.
Dude, his fucking arms look like broccoli. It was crazy. The way it was cut and shit.
Yeah.
And he, you know what's funny is he thought a podcast was clips of you sitting at a table with the Hollywood Hills behind you and just talking about hustling and grinding.
I mean, honestly, he wasn't far off.
That's not far off.
Yeah.
There's a lot of those guys.
You see him on TikTok all the time.
The one episode we did, he just talked at me I had to keep moving the mic, and I'd be like, stop and move the mic, and you have to talk to the mic.
He didn't
He's like,
realize
"Oh,
what the
right,
mic
I got
was.
it, I got it."
Right.
Yeah.
Thought it was like a gonzo porn shoot or something. He's like, so we record inside a van, right? That's driving around the city.
He's like, I don't like this mic. It looks like an adult-sized dick. Can we make it smaller?
Can we give me a tiny mic with no fuzz on it? It's nice and smooth.
He was just doing the Ty Lopez, Jocko Willink shit, where he's like, people don't understand. Like, you have to start somewhere. But sometimes when you don't know where to start, somewhere is nowhere. You know what I mean? Like, if you're nowhere, you got to get somewhere. Then you could just be anywhere. It was just making no shit, no sense. At one point, he turned to me. He's like, are you trying to be in the gym? Are you trying to get ripped? And I'm off mic. I have no mic. I'm like, oh. I'm like looking around his room at his flamethrowers and his 90-inch TV. I'm like, oh, I don't work out, but I try to just eat protein and no carbs because I don't work out. He goes, oh, what protein are you doing? And I go, I eat a lot of peanut butter. He goes, because remember my days when I used to just eat peanut butter from a jar with a spoon, and I acted like it was a normal meal.
You
remember those days?
I remember. You were really cosplaying homelessness for a long time.
I remember it all. I remember one time.
I walk around the house with a jar of peanut butter.
You remember I had that shopping cart full of old cans I used to push around?
One time you showed me like a full chicken in a crock pot. And you were like, look, I'm cooking now. And it was just like a sad, full chicken, and you poured like water in it or something. It was really rough.
I remember the meals you used to make. You would make black beans in a fucking pot.
Yeah.
And then you would just at the end, you would just dump
crack
3 eggs.
Uncooked eggs in it, and let the eggs cook in the hot beans, and then stir it up, and it'd become a pink gruel.
It would, it was like a gruel.
It was gruel.
Mm-hmm.
I was cooking homemade gruel.
Yeah, I eat gruel. When I go to bed, I use newspapers as.
I know where you're at. When you
I was working at the dog food store.
When you feel like but that's a type of where you're like, this is you do it to feel better about how shitty your life is. Like, you do that, you're like, I've seen this in movies. You're like, I've seen a really sad, depressed guy do this in a movie. Like, like whenever I had like a really shitty meal growing up as a kid, I'd just be like, I'm like John Wayne in a Western. I'm on like a hill, I'm camping.
But I was doing a Travis Bickle thing.
You were doing it, yeah.
You were eating the bread with like rum and milk in it. Yeah.
Yeah, I was doing crazy shit. I put like a turkey in the dryer. And be like, you just leave it on for 4 hours. It'll cook.
Yeah. You're like, I'm hungry. I'm going to go buy 1 loaf of bread. And you eat 9 slices of it with nothing.
You were using paper towels as bay leaves. You're like, throw a paper towel in that stew. It'll help.
Yeah. You're making the ketchup packet soup.
Man, I used to really suck so much ass. Now I'm great.
So what did he ask you about the protein? You were like, He goes, what type of protein?
I said that the peanut butter that people say is healthy, the one with the white label that my Katie buys. What's that peanut butter? Justin's peanut butter.
It's all Amy or Justin.
And I said Justin's peanut butter, and he was like, dog. He like moved the mic down. He's like, you can't be fucking eating Justin's peanut butter. There's way too much sugar in there.
Yeah. He goes, you got to eat cum.
You got to eat boy cum.
Child cum.
I think on mic, I think I went, oh, I'm sorry.
Just terrified
of this man who showed me his flamethrower before we recorded in the remote Hollywood Hills. He looked like Donkey Kong. It was insane how jacked he was, though. It was crazy.
Yeah.
It was wild.
He was on fucking Chinese steroids,
dude. He was shooting motor oil into his veins.
Mm-hmm. It was he's full of MSG.
Yeah, if you cut
a Chinese guy comes over
just
cooking something in a wok and then getting a big syringe.
A Chinese guy shooting gutter oil into him. Yeah, if you cut that guy open, it would be the Mr. Oogie Boogie from Nightmare Before Christmas. Just worms and bugs fall out.
Maggots.
Yeah, maggots. Yeah.
Did you ever meet him, Jace?
No, I never met him, but I was there. They had every phone. They had like 19 phone calls with the guy where they were trying to talk, and I would hear him on speakerphone.
Yeah,
and I was like, by the end, I was like, the guy is fucking with you. Like, if you pick up, he's like getting a kick out of this.
Yeah. He knows you're afraid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But Joey ended up giving the number to Joey, and Joey would call him.
Joey,
hello, Buster.
Joey tortured him for like weeks. He'd get hammered and just call him.
How'd you get this number?
He'd be like, "That's none of your business, you maniac."
Joey wasn't scared of him.
He wasn't scared at all. Didn't care at all.
Yeah, our friend Joey, who by the way talks like Edward G. Robinson.
Yeah, Joey talks like a 1930s milkman who has a big fight. He talks like Jim Braddock.
Listen here, see. Joey talks like a guy who wears his pants like up to here.
Mm-hmm. But he says like modern slang. He'd be like, word.
He'd be like, dope, buddy, dope.
No, that really slaps, Buster.
But yeah, no, Joey had a lot of fun with that. And then I remember having to tell Joey, I was like, Joey, but he knows where Ben lives.
Because I think he did have my address somehow.
I had to keep reminding him. I was like, this is funny, but you don't know how serious he is, and you aren't at risk here. He doesn't know where you are.
Right.
He knows where Ben is.
But
Joey would put it on mute and he'd be like, should I tell him where Ben lives? He's like, should I tell him Ben gave me the number? We're like, Joey, no, stop.
Yeah.
I was pacing the room, but it was so funny. I couldn't not give him
it was
the
so
number.
funny.
'Cause
Joey
I was terrified for my life.
Joey, like
I was afraid for
Yeah.
you.
funniest people has ODD, where if you just like, Joey, no, you don't understand. He's going to kill Ben. He's like, well, you told me not to do it, so I have to
He has
do
to
it.
do it now. Yeah, Joey has intense ODD, oppositional defiance disorder. So anything, if you tell him you can't, he'll figure out like the greatest like lawyer argument to be like, I have to. I mean, you're an idiot. He'll somehow figure out a way to make you an
You're
idiot.
clearly an imbecile.
Right.
Some sort of
Obviously.
snake in the grass.
You're a buffoon.
Yeah, you have to go up to him and be like, Joey, you have to call the guy. And he goes, well, I'm not going to do that. That's ridiculous.
You headless chicken?
You have to trick it. You have to go, Joey, I need you to call him. It'll be like, no, not today.
Not
Right.
today.
Call him.
Oh,
Yeah.
you always want me to call. We'll get someone else to call you, bozo.
Yeah, you have to tell Joey, it's opposite day, actually.
But that was the time a pedophile ex-cop bodybuilder almost killed me.
Yeah.
LA's a great city. You guys should
Yeah.
definitely move here and start doing comedy.
A lot of people like that around here.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
weirdly,
Anytime
that's
somebody-
not the craziest thing that will probably happen to me here.
No, not
No.
It's
Actually,
not even
wasn't.
the crazy thing
Yeah.
that happened to us then. Like, we just haven't thought of the other ones yet.
I
There's
just blocked them all out.
8 million.
Can I admit something very embarrassing that happened that week? I don't think I've told the people this.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Go for it.
I was staying up really late at night, and you know how our house was, that little house me, Jace, and Katie lived at in Eagle Rock was 3 stories. I was on the 2nd story, and I don't know what I was doing. I was probably on fucking 4chan or something. And I was still learning how to like not drink, so I'd stay up playing Call of Duty. I don't know why. It doesn't matter. Regardless, it's like 2:30 in the morning. And I also can't sleep. I'm trying to stay up because I'm afraid that this guy is going to kick in the door with a flamethrower. Like
fucking Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Dude, literally like Once Upon a Time in
Yeah,
Hollywood.
fucking Wolfenstein breaks into our house and kills us.
But I have 3-legged Emma who would not. She can't catch a can of beans in her mouth.
No. She put up a okay fight for a little bit.
A
but-
little bit. She defended me against a pit bull once, and the pit bull fucked off.
Nice.
A pit bull in East Hollywood blocked my path and was like ready to fight. And Emma lunged at it. Emma got in front of me and sat, and then she hopped up to it, and then she was growling, and she lunged at it and bit it in the face like
nice.
that. And the pit bull jerked back. It was this huge pit bull.
It ran off?
Dude, I was terrified because I knew if I ran, it was going to chase me and for sure
Oh, it'll kill you.
kill me.
Yeah.
And the pit bull turned around and ran off.
Yeah, the Pitbull was a pedophile bodybuilder.
And so anyway, then I thought he was going to... His car parked in front of the house.
You saw the guy park?
A car parked in front of my driveway, which is weird because it was secluded up in the hills of Eagle Rock there. And they wouldn't go away for like 15 minutes. So I did the classic white guy thing where I went and got a kitchen knife. I'm ashamed to admit I went and got a kitchen knife.
Like you're a scared woman in a horror movie.
Yeah. You feel like such a bitch when you go for the kitchen knife. But
And
you
you're
don't
like
have
shaking, yeah.
Yeah.
what do you guys go for the kitchen knife if you've ever been in that situation?
I have a baseball bat in my apartment, so
Okay, that's pretty cool.
I have my
Devin.
grandfather's bayonet right under my bed.
Are you
I'm not
serious?
kidding. His World War II bayonet.
damn
There's
it.
still kraut blood on it.
Damn it! I have a K-bar. I should get my K-bar and have
You
that.
need something. Mine is so gruesome. All I know is like I look at it occasionally and I go, well, somebody will turn this around on me and kill me.
Yeah.
You know. But.
I have a golf. I put a 7-iron by the door here.
Like Tiger Woods' wife.
Yeah.
I want to get a gun, but you can't even kill people in California.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not allowed to.
You know, if somebody breaks into your home, I heard a lawyer told me you're better off just having a bat and like beating them, because if they bust in and you're like and you shoot at them, you get like a manslaughter charge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always hear laws about. They're like, did you hear the new law they passed where if you don't steal from people, you go to prison?
It's in San Francisco. It's mandatory to steal.
It's mandatory to steal. Otherwise, it's racist.
If you take your goods out of your car when you park it, you go to jail.
The car wouldn't leave, so I did the classic thing. I got the knife and I went downstairs and stood in front of the front door and kept looking out the window, and they wouldn't move, and I couldn't. There were 2 people in there, and I couldn't tell what was going on. So I did the thing where I got my car key because my car's in the driveway,
you
locked and unlocked.
Like Wolverine.
Yeah,
You did the Wolverine keys.
No. I did the thing where I locked and unlocked my car.
Oh, so they know somebody's watching.
Click, 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 click with the lights flashing, and then I did that like 3 times,
and then
finally
you heard an echo. You go, this motherfucker trying to scare us with his keys.
What are you some gay Wolverine?
Hell, man, this dude in this house gay as hell.
Dude, I'm gonna hate how gay I end up in this story. I'm gonna hate how gay I end up at the end of the story.
It's okay. You can be.
It's okay.
The car
homosexual.
After that, the car pulled back around, and I did the key thing again, and I did it one more time, and they left, and they circled back around maybe 15 minutes later, and now I was getting really scared. Like, oh shit, what am I gonna do? I'm ashamed to admit I finally called the LAPD. I was scared. I thought it was the guy.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would have never done this. I swear to God.
Sure.
I swear
It's
to God.
okay.
It's fine.
I call the cops on everybody.
This is the last time I've called the cops,
Yeah.
though.
I call the cops and just report random addresses.
Same.
I just call them up. I go, yep, there's a black guy on 352 Mulberry. They're like, that's not a street. I go, what is 655? Yeah, that's where it is. You should go shoot him.
I went to the Cheesecake Factory on Beverly. The manager's black. There's a black manager that works there.
Yeah, hello, LAPD. I saw a black family having a picnic in Griffith Park. And they're like, we'll send a tank right away.
Looks like they're building another Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles on. Anyway, but basically, sorry, Devin. But basically, I go, then.
He apologizes to me.
Sorry,
Like,
Devin.
you're-
Jace, I know you don't care.
Right.
Like, Jace, I know you support.
Yeah,
all
Devin, I know you're the black member of the podcast.
I'll go let the black people know you didn't mean that one.
Devin's the
You know who loves
podcast
the-
ambassador.
You know who gives us the black stamp of approval on this podcast is Kasim Bentley. Shout out to White Slavery. Loves the show.
Oh, I
He's
love Kasim.
fucking amazing. He's so funny.
Kasim's really funny, and he's been like really supportive of everything we do for a while. Long before we
Go listen to
started this.
Kasim Bentley's shit. Listen to White Slavery. He fucking rocks. But anyway.
And then you go right back to Trump.
He's a great black guy. He loves the show.
It's called White Slavery. Pretty witty.
He's a great black guy. He loves the show.
Him and Herschel, they're great. Love them both.
Love them both.
So you just called the cops, or what ended up happening?
I called the cops, and they did the classic LAPD thing where they said, well, what's going on? I couldn't be like, I put out an ad for a Craigslist post, and there's this guy, but he's an ex-cop. He's a pedophile body, but he showed me his flamethrower. Like, I would just sound like, they'd be like, sir, where are you? Or how much weed did you smoke?
Sir, we recommend you kill yourself. Sounds like you suck.
So I basically had to say, there's a car in front of my house, and it won't go away. And when I click my car keys, it goes back around. And they were like, they're like, what happens when they go around? I'm like, they come back like 15 minutes later and park again. I'm like, like, can you see license plate? Do you see what they're doing? I'm like, no. They're like, yeah, we don't. Nothing. Basically, I called them. I was like, hey, nothing's happening.
Yeah.
They're like, well, we're not going to send anybody.
Yeah, you call them and you go, hey, there's some kids trying to smoke weed right now.
Dude, so I finally went down, and I opened the door, and I was scared shitless, and I finally peeked like up over the fence on the side, and I looked in. it was two Mexican kids smoking weed.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
In
just
the
smoking
car.
a blunt.
Yeah.
And that
Yeah.
was the part of the cul-de-sac right there where they could hide.
Well, we were right next to us, one of those stairwells that goes like through
That's
Echo
right.
Park.
And they
or
all,
Eagle
they all,
Rock.
yeah. Everyone used to smoke weed there.
Dude,
yeah.
you know what then happened? Then I went back in and at one point I heard our car door open and one of the kids got out and he walked down. He walked 2 houses down. He was my neighbor and he was a kid and he went and snuck into his parents' house on the side.
Yeah.
And then the kid drove off. They were just trying to get high before they had to go back to
Go
the
home,
girls.
yeah.
I was trying to call. I'm holding a knife, like wielding a knife, calling
Yeah.
the LAPD. I think it's a buff pedophile.
Yeah.
Like outside of my house trying to kill me and burn my house down.
Meanwhile, these two Mexican teenagers are just like, he like really like loves his alarm. Why does he keep beeping his car?
Yeah. That car's like local. Or I remember
They're
you
just
almost.
watching Looney Tunes in their car, smoking weed.
They're trying to watch like Avengers on their phone, and you're like about to kill them with a knife.
It would be funny if they're both just watching porn, smoking weed in their car.
And they're like, all right, jeez.
Jeez, he like really like he hadn't even come yet. They're watching porn, jacking off. They were
watching
leaning
the-
back in their seats watching porn.
They're watching the pedophile bodybuilders podcast.
And they're like, we like to grind. We hustle. You guys almost got me to kill Devan one time. I don't know
What?
if you remember this. It was the same like kind of time, and there was like Katie came. Oh, you weren't at home. Katie came up to me. You
I
remember
remember this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Jace like almost killed me.
Yeah, it was like Katie like came up to. She's like, "There's a car." It was the same thing. She's like, "There's a car. It's been like outside forever. There's like a weird guy parked there, and we're like looking out those big bay windows we have, and it was like there for like 15. I'm like, it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. And then she like gave me a golf club or whatever.
She's like, but I'm a white woman.
Yeah,
She hands you a weapon.
I am society's greatest victim.
I have an Australian Shepherd. You must protect me.
And I was like, all right, fine. I was gonna watch porn, but whatever. And then I had the golf club, and then we see the figure get out of the car and start walking there to the house and like open our front door. And do you remember like what I did at that point?
I think you were standing like right because it was 2 staircases. You were
Right.
standing at the lowest one, like right in front of the door, like.
What time was it?
It was like 7 p.m., but it was like winter, so it was like,
Dark.
it gets dark at 5, and
Right.
you're like, all right, it's night, you know,
Yeah.
and this guy's like creepy. And meanwhile, I was just like in my car looking at like all the people that didn't tip me on Postmates, cursing their name. But,
and
yeah.
then I think I literally went like, "Who is it?" And you're
you yelled.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I go like, "Who's there?" And it's like, "It's Devan." I'm like, "Oh my god!" I was like, literally like almost actually bashed your head in with a golf
It's
club.
amazing.
Almost bludgeoned me with a 5-iron.
Yeah, imagine just all the forks in the road our life could have taken that I accidentally killed you
Oh, God.
5 years ago with a 7-iron.
Man,
I'm still pissed you didn't.
So many crazy things happened in that house. You know, a guy masturbated in that garage. I think we're out of time. Hour
Okay.
22.
Yeah, it was me.
All right. I think that's been the show, everybody.
Yeah, that's definitely the Patreon.
We're at hour
Yeah.
22. Is that the regular or no?
That is not the
That
regular.
is definitely not the
Not the
regular.
That is not the regular hour-long story about a pedophile bodybuilder with a bunch of race jokes intertwined.
Okay.
It was funny though.
Devan's channel is going to be back up.
Yeah.
Or it might be back up at this point. We're recording Monday night.
It won't be
Putting
back
out-
up
It's
for
gone
3
for
months.
3 months,
It's gone for
yeah.
3 months straight. Hate Watch is
It's gone for
my
3
my
months.
YouTube account is gone
Yeah.
for 3 months. So I'll have
But
to make
Devan
a
also
new
has
one.
a Patreon at Hate Watch as
At
well.
Hate Watch.
Hate Watch podcast. Patreon.
But you'll still be doing audio only episodes and maybe putting out videos. So be on the lookout for that. Devan Costa. Everybody loves him.
Thank you, Benjamin.
Is it okay that we do South Park voice a lot? I think it's fine, right?
You have like this cocaine energy
Man,
right now.
yeah. You
What?
had some bitters.
Wait, what am I doing? What am I doing?
Now that you're just into it, it's fun. This is the Ben Avery everyone wants. What was the thing you said like a few episodes ago? You're like,
I'm a stoner too.
I'm a pillow.
I love
Hey,
Kid Cudi.
Cudi.
I'm a marshmallow. I'm a mascot's head.
I love Kid Cudi.
My parents have to masturbate me.
Yeah,
And-
it's so
and-
funny that we do this podcast and then like
Put a joint in my mouth.
It's so funny that we do this podcast and then my aunt will text me like, "Listen to the Patreon, it was great," and I go, "Oh my god!"
Our sweet, sweet family that are so great. Mom's not allowed to listen to the show. I wonder if she is actually not listening. I pray to God she's not listening.
Yeah, I told her not to listen.
I told her not to listen too.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I don't know. I talked about my dad a lot in that other one. And that's all going to be a public, I think. So I hope.
No,
he
you
doesn't-
talked about your dad in this one a lot.
Oh,
And I
okay,
talked
was this
about
one?
my dad a
one?
lot in this
Oh,
one
thank
too.
Christ!
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, this is the Patreon.
No, he's really into this show, and he has no clue what's happening. But I'm just worried.
Right.
Doesn't matter though. I'll kick his ass.
He'll never get around to figuring out what Patreon is.
No, I don't think he'll ever join the Patreon.
If he ever figured out what Patreon is, he'll start one.
He's on lemonparty.org. Like, the fuck is my son doing?
All right, that's the show.